It's 6 o'clock GMT. Good morning. Welcome to the Star Breakfast News. Coming up this morning, activities at government agencies to grind to a halt today as civil and local government staff declare strike over non-implementation of their new salary structure.
We hereby declare a nationwide strike with effect from Wednesday, 3rd July 2024. All staff of the civil service and the local government service should stay away from work until further notice.
Also coming up, NDC suspends its central regional chairman over decision to withdraw candidature of Nurein Shaibu in the Asin Central constituency. And later, 27-year-old physically challenged man defies dangerous roads of Kumasi, hawking on a wheelchair to fund his education and upkeep. Details of these stories are coming up shortly, but first, a reminder of our affiliate stations.
Star News is coming to you live on Ultimate 106.9 FM in Kumasi, Empire 102.7 FM in Takrady, Cool 103.5 FM in Ho, Ridge and Might FM in Tamale, Somali FM in Wa, My Star Radio in the USA. Also live on Facebook on Star 103.5 FM and on starfm.com.gh around the world. This is Star 103.5 FM.
Many thanks to you for choosing Star News. I am Nurein Abass. We begin this morning. If you find yourself at any government agency today, you are very unlikely to have anything done as you will meet empty offices. This is because the Civil and Local Government Staff Association Ghana, CLOCSAC, has ordered members not to show up at work from today, 3rd July. According to the association, all efforts to get government to implement the new salary structure, which has been outstanding since January last year, has proven futile, hence their decision. Here's Executive Secretary of CLOCSAC, Isaac Bampo Ado, at a press conference yesterday.
In consonance with our letter number BA 15, Volume 2, dated 21st June 2024, indicating our intention to proceed on nationwide strike if the new salary structure for the staff of the civil service and local government service is not implemented, we hereby declare a nationwide strike with effect from Wednesday, 3rd July 2024. All staff of the civil service and the local government service should stay away from work until further notice. Similarly, all cluster secretariat offices are closed. Kindly take note and comply accordingly.
You heard the Executive Secretary of CLOCSAC, Isaac Bampo Ado. Away from that, the National Democratic Congress has imposed a 1-month suspension on its Central Regional Chairman, Professor Richard Kofi Asiedu, due to anti-party conduct. This decision was made following a meeting involving the party's national executives, the Functional Executive Committee, and Asin Central executives. The meeting focused on the withdrawal of Nurein Shaibu Mijima from his position as the party's Asin Central parliamentary candidate following allegations of immoral acts and anti-party activities. Mijima was suspended after investigations and deliberations by the NDC's Central Regional Functional Executive Committee in response to the complaint filed against him. Here are excerpts from a statement signed by the General Secretary of the party, Fifi Kwete.
After a thorough examination of the facts and circumstances surrounding this matter, FEC established that 1. The purported withdrawal of the Asin Central parliamentary candidate is unlawful, as neither you nor the supposed Regional Functional Executive Committee has the locus of authority to withdraw a serving parliamentary candidate of the party from a national election. 2. The reasons which underpinned the purported withdrawal of the Asin Central parliamentary candidate are totally false and without any basis whatsoever. 3. You played a lead role in the purported withdrawal of the Asin Central parliamentary candidate in clear violation of express directives given to you by the General Secretary and the National Chairman of the party. 4. By publicly announcing your purported withdrawal of the Asin Central parliamentary candidate, knowing very well that same was without any legal or reasonable justification, You have engaged in clear anti-party behaviour and brought the name of the party into disrepute. Consequently, FEC has resolved to suspend you and hereby suspends you from your position as Central Regional Chairman of the NDC for a period of 1 month effective immediately.
You had excerpt from the NDC announcing the suspension of the party leader in the central region. Away from that, persons with disability have a 20% chance of finding jobs, leaving 1 in every 3 multidimensionally poor. A majority of persons with disability further face significant challenges acquiring education. Frederick Ajay, a physically challenged person who sells slippers to fund his return to school, is confronted with these 2 hurdles. The perils he goes through on a daily basis further betrays how unfriendly Ghana's roads are for persons with disability, as well as the lack of support for such persons. 18 years after the passing of the PWD Act, Ivan Heathcote Fumado puts the spotlight on how Frederick hawks at the KJTR market and the difficulties he faces combining his hustle with an ambition to make it to the university.
I went on the mile 17. Now me da begi 20. Oh, kuro. Me me fast way 3 cities. Oh, ba ku bia so.
27-year-old Frederick Ajay, a trader who hawks ladies' slippers at the KJTR market, became paralyzed at the age of 8 as a result of polio.
I'm me panic polio. Polio na money but na me 8 years. And me nya say me 90 do 8 years ansa na say are no nya me bubu ye.
He lost his only support when his mother, a single parent, took ill while he was in junior high school. At a tender age, Frederick had to work as a farmhand to see himself through school.
I had to work either in a maize farm or a palm plantation. While others went on vacation, I went hustling for my fees.
In final year senior high school, he was forced to drop out, unable to keep up with fees, disqualifying him from writing his final exam.
At the time, SHS was not free. My fees piled up, so I had to drop out.
His next chapter of survival has not been any less burdensome. Frederick relocated from his hometown of Kokrantumi in the Eastern region to the Ashanti regional capital, Kumasi, to begin street hawking in a wheelchair.
I used to sell at Tech and slept under the bridge.
Ivan Heathcote Fumado with that report there will bring you the extended version in subsequent bulletins. But away from that, Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, Musa Danko, has affirmed that any candidate who is able to sway first-time voters in the upcoming 7th December general election will emerge victorious. It follows the release of his June 2024 poll, which showed that Dr. Bawumia has narrowed John Dramani Mahama's lead in the poll by approximately 3% compared to the April 2024 poll. Per the poll, John Dramani Mahama now leads Dr. Bawumia with 51.1% to 38.2%, followed by Alan Kwejochire Martin 5.3%, Nana Kwame Bediako 4.6%, and others at 0.8%. Musa Dankwa tells Joshua Kodemensa that per the trajectory, anyone who is able to appeal more to first-time voters will carry the day. Let's have a listen.
Well, more work to be done. They have to canvass for more. And I think the race will be decided by first-time voters. Whoever wins first-time voters win the election.
First-time voters?
Yes.
Then it will be quite instructive for the flag bearers now to be looking at focusing on those people.
Absolutely. You need to speak their language. You need to provide them what they want. You can't just tell them what you want to give them. You must know what they want. And first and foremost, you must find out what they want.
And that was the Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, Musa Dankwa. Now, the Ghana Plastic Manufacturers Association has hit back at critics proposing an increment in taxes on plastic manufacturing to curb Ghana's plastic waste menace, saying the call is misplaced. The producers argue the call for an increment in taxes to deter plastic manufacturing should be directed rather at getting government to allocate funds accrued from the environmental excise tax to plastic waste management and recycling. Ebo Botry is president of the association, and he has been speaking to Star News.
That is the way to go. I mean, that is elsewhere in Europe and in America. This is what it is practiced. That is the best form of approach. But let us go back and ask about the 10% environmental excise tax as of 31st of December 2023. It has accrued over 1.97 billion Ghana cedis, and not one single cedi has been spent on plastic waste management or plastic recycling or anything that is got to do with plastic waste. So what about that? Where is that money? If just 1/10 of that money is allocated for plastic waste recycling or management, we would have gotten every single plastic waste off our street, off our environment. So it is not an issue that it is going to decay.
And that was the president of the Ghana Plastic Manufacturers Association, Ebo Botry. That's it for the Star Breakfast News this morning. There's more news when you log on to starfm.com.gh. I am Nurein Abass. Many thanks for your company.